Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I'm coming back with a new card. I don't think I've ever seen anybody else do this, but don't hold me to it. It's something I did, and I've called it a double mountain fold card, because when you've got it on the side, it looks like a double mountain, but it actually sits on your desk so prettily. You can decorate the back and this side if you want to, but I just thought, how sweet is this card? I love it. You could add this on the front like I have. You could have had it on the back, but I just think it steps up. Absolutely beautiful. And like I say, when you've got it on the side, it looks like a double mountain fold. So that's what I'm calling it. And it's so simple. If you've got a piece of 12 by 12, you can make 2 of these cards. Absolutely stunning. I've used these designer series paper. I don't know what it's called. I think we had them on a special somewhere, but I'm not wasting none of it. It come with my foils. Not with it. I bought them as a bundle, so. But I've used this gorgeous beige colour one, and I can't find it in the catalogue, so it must have been in one of the separate catalogues. So 12 by 6. You're going to score at 4 and 10, and then flip it over and score this at 8, and it's that simple. So it's a 6 by 12. You're going to score at 4 and 10, flip over that way. When you bend this back and score it, it's not going to damage your cardstock, and then you're going to just fold this one back on itself, and then we're just going to bend this one closed. Whoops. And it all fits together absolutely beautiful. You could call it a front stepper card without doing any cuts, but I just thought it looked like an M, or in other words, a double mountain fold card. So there is, it's so simple to make. You, like I say, 2 to every sheet of 12 by 12. Absolutely stunning, no waste. So that's that. Where's my book? And like I say, 6 by 12, score at 4 and 10, flip it over and then score at 8. I'm using, well, I was going to use a piece of Whisper White, 1 1/4 by 5, which I've got here. Well, it's not quite 5, it's actually 3 3/4 by 2, but that is just for the words hug. I'm using 1 layer at 3 7/8 by 5 7/8, and 1 at 1 7/8 by 5 7/8, and my DSP is 1 at 3 5/8 by 5 5/8, and 1 at 1 5/8 by 5 5/8. So simple. Absolutely love this designer series paper. And I'm using the copper foils. I think this is the brushed metal. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. Like I say, I haven't got an old book. But we are simply going to layer these up. Absolutely beautiful. Giving me a nice little border all the way around. You can use double-sided tape. You can use glue. You can use a tape runner. It's entirely up to you. Not many people like to use glue in case they smear it, but use your Wink of Stella pen if you get any over the top, and you can wipe off that glue so easy. Once it's down, don't mess, just turn it over and hold one side and just give it a little rub, and you'll find none of your, as long as you're sparing, none of your glue will ooze out. So that panel is going to fit on there with the cutest white little border all the way around. So we'll attach that in a moment. Again, we're going to do the same. Go sparingly on the outside so it doesn't smudge out. And then you can add as much as you want in the centre. So again, lay this down. Feel like you know where it's going. Pop it down. Just a gentle stroke, and then flip it over, press on one end and give it a good rubbing. That way you're not moving the top paper, you're only moving the back paper, and that will keep that other section in place. Absolutely beautiful. Tiny little bit, like I'm saying, grab a Wink Stella pen. Just use the alcohol, don't use it for the glitter, and it will get off any imperfections that you will find on your designer series paper. Absolutely gorgeous. Now we can glue this down to our card. I originally added little gold stars on my card, and then I was just rummaging through my bits and bobs and found those beautiful flowers, and I've literally got pink and white left I'm going to use on this card. Again, there's no right or reason with this pattern, so again, you just line this up. You've got a slightly smaller border on this one. Just add that on. Beautiful. Use your bone folder because it's already stuck the top piece down, and that fits on there. Absolutely beautiful. Again, you can decorate this piece if you want, but I don't see the point. I'm just going to give my score line a good burnish again, and now we're going to add this. Like I say, use it sparingly on the outside, that way it doesn't leak out. And then you can go to town on the middle, it's entirely up to you. But look how many different options you could use this for, how many different papers. You can line up your paper with your other paper. It's gonna fit on there absolutely beautiful. And like I say again, it's a double mountain fold card or a front stepper card without any cuts. Absolutely beautiful. So we're going to set this to one side. I used old craft card, some scraps out of my scraps bin. I'm using my small, and I'm using the white for the hugs, and I'm using the scrap of this on my craft paper. You could use normal cardstock. This is slightly thinner, so when it does stand up off the card, it gives it some stability. It's not as thin as most cardstock. So line those up, wheel that through. It doesn't want to go. Come on again. Oh, push it through. Why does that not want to go through now? Wait there, girls. I know why. It's a bit too close to the edge. So let's pull this down a bit. That way we can start it off a little bit better. Once you've got it in, it will start to turn. That's better. I had it right on the edge. It's a little bit stiff. Ooh. And then once I know I've got it through, I'm going to send it back through. Perfect. I'm going to pop that out. Pop that to one side. Get rid of the bits. Right, and then we're going to do the same. I'm adding this right to the top corner. That way I've got spares for other either sentiments, and I'm not wasting any paper. Send this through. That's how much it's stiff. It's moving my paper stock. Oh, there we go. And these both come from, it's called Sending Hugs. No need to use any stamps. Mine's still brand new, not even used it yet. Look, I haven't even put the labels on it yet, so it's still brand new. So I will come back and do a card with the stamp set as well. So it's just a matter of popping out our pieces. Grab my hugs. Pop those to one side. I'm going to trim this off. I mean, some of you ladies are very frugal stampers and would use what was left for an image or a sentiment, you can quite gladly do that. You could also use, if you hadn't have been so close as me, you could use the negative as a space on a card as well. So just think about all the ways you can use up your cardstock. So let's poke a few of these holes out. I'm not sure where my brush, oh there it is, right in front of me. Look, let's grab some sponge. I got some small sponge. I'm going to brush these out. I love this stamp. These dies, absolutely gorgeous. May need my pokey tool. Get the odd ones out. Do you know, it seems, well, it's been 5 months for crafting, and it's this week I'm just getting back into it. So you would have probably seen a couple last week. You'll probably see this after you've seen me do a couple of others, but it seems so long ago since I've crafted, but how quick you can get straight back into it. It's like having your mojo missing for a couple of weeks. And let's just pop that to one side, and our hugs. But I've quickly got back into it. I didn't think I would, but I have, and I'm quite shocked actually, because it's been so long. But I'm so glad you ladies have stuck with me. You know, I don't want no praise. I just want to do it humbly, and I help as many people as I can. It's all about sharing your talent with other ladies and just getting on with it. So I am going to add my letters. You can tell which way round they are. So I'm not adding a lot of glue because that will ooze through. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. And I like to use my pokey tool just to press it down. And if you do get any over, just dot your finger over them. Let's continue to do so. You can use your tweezers if you want to. If you feel confident enough, then go ahead and just stick them down. We finally sorted out my desk, and I've got a little bit of light going on, as you can see. There's no more shadow. Well, there is a little bit off my hand, but perfect. Isn't it beautiful? You can add some little pearls, which I did on mine. I'll show you in a sec. So don't forget, just dot. Don't need a lot. Keeping that right in the center. And if you need to move it in, just use your pokey tool. Press that down. Where's my little pearls gone? I did have some little pearls somewhere. Now in my luck, I've probably knocked them off somewhere. Let's have a look. Right, let's see what I've got. Ah, there they are, right in front of my eyeballs. So I'm just gonna pop that down. See it poking up? Just press it back down. Perfect. So I'm just gonna colour these beautiful little pearls. Give them a little brown tint. 2 seconds, my ladies. And what I did, I just grabbed, see the base of each flower there, there, and there. I know these are sticky, but they just didn't want to stick to my cardstock. So I added a little bit of glue just to finish these off. You can add some more at the top if you wanted to. Let me try adding one. Take that bit off. Let me just add one there as well. I don't think this is my last tiny little pearl for now. I'll have to find some more. And add that one up there. Just to finish them off. You can do them in a different colour if you wanted to. You could have left them white. Just wants to turn over. Whoops, look at that. Perfect. So I'm going to flip this over. I know I'm going to add dimensionals just at the very bottom of my words. And pop my glue back together. And grab my dimensionals. And you've got sides on them. So turn them so the sides cover the letters and they just fit just right. So again, make sure you've got your sides and your points at the top so they are literally touching. And again, I'm going to add that one there because there's a little bit of flour on the bottom. And I'm going to add this one here because there's a little bit of flour on the bottom of that one. And I'm going to add this one at the bottom but on the side. And turn it over. And if by any chance you can see any of your dimensionals, you can grab your pen and just put a little stain on it. And it will literally disappear then, you won't be able to see it. So before I add it to the card, I'm using my Wink Stella. I'm just going to give it a little squeeze to prime it. Whoa. And then I'm just going over the white letters to give that a little bit more sparkle. And if you've got spare Wink Stellas that you can refill and add a colour to, then the colour is endless. You can add whatever colour you want. I mean, you know me girls, I tend to fill my Wink Stella about 6 times before it actually runs out, and then you can add some of your paints if they're watered down enough with alcohol. So that, if I fetch that up, you can see that little shimmer, gives it a little bit more sparkle. Fetching my card, so I know my dimensionals are there and I can just about see them. So I'm going to flip that over, remove the backings, and then I'm going to lay my card flat and I'm going to try my best to get, see, I'm going to follow that line there and that line there to keep them across that line and central. And then you can see those little pearls that I've added here, here and here and here. Absolutely gorgeous. And now for the last of these beautiful floral decorations. These you may have to add another dimensional, maybe not so much, depends how sticky they are. So I'm going to add 2 white at the top. I'm going to have this one a little bit lower, and then I'm going to pick a beautiful pink one. And I'm going to add this just down here as another floral little, and if you wanted to add a sentiment inside, how beautiful does that look? Just zoom you back out. Absolutely stunning. Stands up beautiful. You can add your message on the back, or you could add your message under this section, or you can simply open it and write in there. You could even say hugs from all of us, hugs thinking of you, wishing you well on your special day. You could put a little emblem on the side saying sending you hugs, and then birthday hugs, and then inside and kisses and hugs to you with a bit of floral. Let's have a go with this little floral decoration here. This one, I've not used it yet. So let's use it for the first time. Grab myself a block. That's so cute. And I think I'm going to try and stick. Let me grab an ink. I haven't got one. So let's stick with... Where's it gone? There, no, there we are, crumb cake. Got my crumb cake. Let's test this before we add it. Oh, that is so delightful. So I'm going to open up my card and I'm just going to stamp 2 of those beautiful flowers down both sides. Absolutely beautiful. Let me get my other card and do the same. Oh, absolutely beautiful. And if you wanted to take your watercolor pencils and add a little bit more decoration in there, how beautiful are those? So there is my double mounting fold card with these beautiful prints on. Absolutely delightful. You could add a ribbon. Should we have a ribbon? Let me see what I've got. Okay, my stamp. Let's see what Gaynor's got here on show. I have some beautiful linen thread. I tell you what, I've got this gorgeous green. I think I might add that. I think it is. It's... Let's just see if we can pull that. That is so sweet. Where could that go? That is so beautiful. I think I should add that just there on that corner. So just a little dot there. Just give that a second to go off. Use my pokey tool. Oh, that is delightful. The beautiful little bow. Let's do another one. So these are all remnants I've used off other projects. You know when you've had these card kits and I've got this and then they've got a bit of linen thread left over, I've just attached it to this one roll. Give that a tighten. Give that. See, there's loads of ribbon on there, thread on there. Just add them from previous things. Again, add a little dot by there. Add my little ribbon or threaded bow. Just give that a second to go off. Doesn't take long. Pop my glue away, and there we have it. 2 absolutely beautiful, and as I'm calling them, double mounting fold cards. They stand up absolutely beautifully. They stand up and you can see them on the side even. That's where the double mounting comes in. Absolutely stunning. Love it. You could even tack, I suppose, that back bit. I wouldn't. I just leave them like that. They just sit absolutely beautiful on your desk. Absolutely stunning. So there we have it. There is my double mountain fold card using the Sending Hugs dies, which are called Layering Hugs. So there we are. I hope you enjoyed. Come back soon, see what I make again. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye.